Okay, this video series is not going to be about folk style wrestling. It's going to be about jiu-jitsu. This is going to be geared towards wrestling. Jiu-jitsu is simply put a different style of wrestling, just like freestyle and Greco-Roman are different styles. Jiu-jitsu is the style of wrestling where you're trying to submit the opponent instead of pin them. So it's very similar. Wrestlers are immediately very good at it and can learn it very quick, and they can pretty much begin competing and winning competitions right away at their levels. Let's get right into it. I'm sure if you're a good wrestler, you'll like it, and these videos are going to move at your speed. So, okay, let's start talking about basic positions. So, just lie on your back right now. First position we're going to look at is called the mount position. One guy's on his back. Keep your legs up, please. Mounted means I'm going to be on top of him. Here's where we are. This is called the mount. I can bring my knees up high to control him, or he can have his elbows in. Now, the reason this is an important position to understand, we're going to do sport jiu-jitsu right now, but I'm going to show you why this is such an important position in a fist fight. From here, I can reach him and he can't reach me. If you notice, I have the added length of my neck in addition to my arm length. He only has the length of his arm. So if we were to go toe-to-toe here in a boxing match, I will really be able to hurt him and he won't be able to hit me. The second thing is, if you notice, I can reach back and put power into my punches. He can't. He's stuck with his arms. He can really only throw arm power. So you can literally, if you were going to be in a fist fight with someone, stand up, please. Jermaine's a pretty good guy. If he's a better boxer than me, I definitely don't want to go toe-to-toe with him here. But if I can open him up and get a takedown and finish on him, once we get to the mount position, now we can go toe-to-toe all you want. I'll be happy to go toe-to-toe with pretty much anyone in the world from here. Even if they're a lot bigger and heavier and stronger than me, it won't matter, okay? So, the mount position. The opposite of the mount position is called the guard. If he was right now to roll me over somehow, we are now in the guard. Now, I'm on my back, yes, but my legs are wrapped around him. So this is in jiu-jitsu considered a pretty even position right now. No one really has advantage. He's got the advantage of being on top. I have the advantage of having my legs wrapped around him. From here, if we were in a fist fight, I can control him with going close. Jermaine, try to hit me. Go ahead. Actually punch me. He'll get punches through. I will get hit. But for him to actually create space and put a lot of power into punches is going to be very difficult for him. If he's able to create space, I can use my legs to kick him away and try to parry punches. And he might put himself out of position, which could be dangerous for him too. I would say in a fist fight, being on top is still the better position, but I'm decently safe in my guard. Meanwhile, the mount is just, that's it. And in sport jiu-jitsu, both positions are pretty even, okay? Other positions that we have to know about. The idea from guard, the main objective of me, the guy in the guard, is going to be to get past his guard. There's a lot of different ways we can do this. But right there, I've just passed his guard, and we're going to move into what's called side control. Side control, in general, is just going to be knee and elbows together, knee and elbows together. Now, believe it or not, Jermaine, get out of here. Fight out. I want you to fight out for real. Get out. This surprised me how good this was for pinning people, because we don't use this position in wrestling. We're always trying to grab something and hold, but believe it or not, just doing this to a guy will keep him stuck underneath you. Okay, so one more time, let's take a look at side control, or side mount, it can also be called. So far we have three positions. We have side mount, guard, and full mount. Now we're going to talk north-south position. This is another position you might end up in, which is right here when I'm out front. Okay? And the last position we're going to talk about is the best position you could possibly be in a fight, is when I'm on top of someone and they've rolled over. Go ahead, roll over. In wrestling, we call this putting legs in. In jiu-jitsu, they call it putting your hooks in. You can call it either way. I've got my legs inside. This is the best position to be in a fight. We can easily end him, and we're going to be pretty easy. It's going to be pretty easy for us to end a sport jiu-jitsu match. Now, the way the sport jiu-jitsu match works is you win by scoring points just like in wrestling, or applying a successful submission move. So let's demonstrate a successful submission move. Let's say here I am. I hit myself an arm bar. I go to finish my arm bar. He taps out. That's it. The match ends. Okay? In practice, if a guy taps out on you, you stop right there because he's in pain and you could actually injure him. Something to know about jiu-jitsu for wrestlers is that there's actually less injuries in jiu-jitsu than there is in wrestling, because in jiu-jitsu, when something hurts, you tap out. In wrestling, it sucks to be you when it hurts, and there's not really much you can do about it. But in jiu-jitsu, someone gets you in practice, don't worry about it, just tap out and start training again. The ways you can tap out, you can either tap out on him, you can tap the mat nice and loud, or you can verbally tap by screaming out. You can say, tap, or stop, or you can just scream, ah! And the guy should know better to let you go at that point. Just one last thing about tapping, tap hard. It would really suck to have your arm broken because I'm tapping. Let him know that you're tapping, it's all right. You'll get back to training. Okay, good.